This is Paranormal Short Session 20 by Keith Evans at the no-name tombstone, full grave cradle, and footstone here at the Apalachicola Cemetary in Apalachicola, Florida. I'm using my C5 thermal camera to see if I can find any unexplained cool areas and or unexplained warmer areas with my thermal imager or thermal camera. So far, I can't say that I have. Again, I'd like to let everyone know about my YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe. It's called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. Have over 1,000 videos, so gives you something to do in your spare time. Check out my YouTube channel, Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. Also, if you like to read, I have 2 books available. The Hayes House Ghost of People 2 is only available ebook on Kindle. Vampires Dead or Alive is available paperback on Amazon and ebook on Kindle. So far, I don't see what that is there. There's a cool area there. It might be that stone there, kind of like in the corner. Let's go back and look again. No, I think it's too close to be that stone. Is this here? It's part of the grave cradle. Okay, that shows there's a cooler area, circular area right on the grave cradle. Having a hard time seeing my circular area to get right on there. There it is. See that cooler area there? I'm right on top of it now. I can't see what the temperature is, but that would be... See the grassy area, or this area here, which could hold in water. So it may or may not be paranormal. Yeah, it might just be... Yeah, I think it's that grassy area here because it comes right off of the tombstone there. So that is not paranormal. That is just the grassy area is cooler because it holds more moisture. And it could be this area here with a bunch of wet pine needles, evergreen needles, and some green plants there. So I'm going to say that is not paranormal. I'll look at it closely and see it in the future what I think. Try to get some still photos of it after I'm finished. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch out and use my, well, might try to get some still photos with the thermal imager, if I can get it to come back on. Takes a while for it to initialize, so be prepared to wait a while. It seems like if you have it out in the sunlight, sometimes it'll just get overexposed and it'll just go white on you. So you have to kind of turn it on when you're in the shade for anyone who does purchase the Flare C5 thermal camera. So I'm going to try to get some shots of this right on the Flare thermal camera because they take better. It does all this initializing before you can actually take a picture using the flare, not using my cell phone video or cell phone photo. All right, I want to try to... I'm going to be off to the side to show you what I'm taking a picture of. All right, I got a picture of that. And a picture of this area here. back up a little bit and see how it looks from back here. I think far back, if there is a ghost or spirit, you might take 3 or 4 pictures and then notice that the black spot isn't in all of them. I don't see anything unusual here. What I'm doing, you're getting a wide angle view of it, but I'm taking still photos on my C5 thermal camera. All right. Yeah, I'm still taking the thermal images now of both the no-name headstone and the no-name footstone. The footstone's a little bit colder. The footstone was around roughly 79 degrees Fahrenheit, where the headstone was roughly 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is kind of unusual. All right, I'm going to switch over and I'm going to turn off my thermal imaging or my C5 thermal camera, and I'm going to go for the Obelisk 5B. Now, my question to Mr. Mr. or Mrs. No Name, just to let you know that I don't know your name, I'd like to ask you a question. Which cemetery did you like better? If you were actually from the cemetery that got destroyed during the hurricane in the early 1900s, or I guess you could say the early 20th century, around 1900, between 1900 and about 1905, which cemetery did you like better? The Lafayette Park Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida, that got destroyed during the hurricane? Or do you like this Apalachicola Cemetery better? So just give me the name of the cemetery that you like the best. And I'm going to use the ABCs.
Peace equation.
Peace, P-I-E-C-E, and equation, E-Q-U-A-T-I-O-N. Well, that doesn't really answer any of my questions, I don't think. Not that I can think of. If you could choose one place for your body to rest forever, would it be right where it's at or at the Lafayette Park, the old Lafayette Park Cemetery? If you want to shortchange it, just give me L for Lafayette Park Cemetery. Just give me the letter L, that it's not using up too much energy. All right? Let's go for it. L for Lafayette Park. Well, this is the Apalachicola Cemetery, so if you want to give me a letter A, that you like it right here. No response. The year you passed away, what was your favorite coin? The year that you passed away, what was your favorite coin? I think I got smudges and fingerprints on here.
Course.
Pet, P-E-T, and course, C-O-U-R-S-E. Pet, of course. That's what I would think they were saying. I like my pets, of course. Filling in the blanks since you don't get the whole sentence with the obelisk 5B. What type of pet did you have? Can you tell me what type of pet you had? A cat, a dog? Well, let's do a view of the sky. It's partly cloudy. It rained earlier. Right now, it's pretty good. View of the sky, coming back to the view of the sky from the headstone at the no-name tomb. Well, can you tell me what type of car you drove when you were alive? Did you have horse and buggy? Depending on when they passed away, they might have only had horse and buggy. If they lived in Apalachicola, the roadways weren't all that good. If you did any advanced traveling, you either took the train once the train was here, and prior to the train, the only thing you could take would be the ship to go any long distance. So you just have a horse and buggy for around town, kind of like what people use golf carts for now. No response. Well, I hope that everyone here is happy with my presence and happy with the way I portray the ghosts and spirits. I try to be respectful. And as I always say off camera, but I'll say it on camera, I use this footage, the promos, on both YouTube and Instagram and Facebook to advertise my YouTube channel called Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. And I use the entire Paranormal Short Sessions, in this case 20, on YouTube. So, anyway, I appreciate everyone's support throughout the years. And this is real, unedited paranormal research. Sometimes you get interesting things and sometimes you don't. Like sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. So, I hope that everyone at home is having a good day, and hopefully you will like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Paranormal Short Sessions by Keith Evans. And again, the last three words was equation, E-Q-A-T-I-O-N, pet, P-E-T, and course, C-O-U-R-S-E. All right, thank you everybody and have a good day.